family because everybody that's in this room is family. Not just to each other, but to Ballentine Elementary too. The Polar Express is a part of our tradition, so we welcome you and hope that you enjoy this evening. We saw a sneak peek yesterday. They are cute. You have amazing children, so I'm going to stop talking now and hand it on to the official Polar Express.
Who's got a beard that's long and white? Who comes around on a special night? Special night, beard that's white. Must be Santa, must be Santa, must be Santa, Santa Claus. Who laughs this way? Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! Cherry nose, cap on head, suit that's red, special night, beer that's wine. Must be Santa, must be Santa, must be Santa, Santa Claus. Who very soon will come our way? Eight little reindeer pull his sleigh. Reindeer sleigh comes our way. Ho, ho, ho! Cherry nose, cap on head, suit that's red, special night, beer that's wine. Must be Santa, must be Santa, must be Santa, Santa Claus.
The Polar Express, written and illustrated by Chris Van Allsburg. On Christmas Eve, many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed. I did not rustle the sheets. I breathed slowly and silently. I was listening for a sound a friend had told me I'd never hear. The ringing bells of Santa's sleigh. There is no Santa, my friend had insisted, but I knew he was wrong. Late that night, I did hear sounds, though not of ringing bells. From outside came the sounds of hissing steam and squeaking metal. I looked through my window and saw a train standing perfectly still in front of my house.
It was wrapped in an apron of steam. Snowflakes fell lightly around it. A conductor stood at the open door of one of the cars. He took a large pocket watch from his vest, then looked up at my window. I put on my slippers and robe. I tiptoed downstairs and out the door. "All aboard!" the conductor cried out. I ran up to him. "Well," he said, "are you coming?" "Where?" I asked. "Why, to the North Pole, of course," was his answer. "This is the Polar Express." I took his outstretched hand and he pulled me aboard. The train was filled with other children, all in their pajamas and nightgowns. We sang Christmas carols and ate candies with nougat centers white as snow. We drank hot chocolate as thick and rich as melted chocolate bars.
Outside, the lights of towns and villages flickered in the distance as the Polar Express raced northward.
Soon, there were no more lights to be seen. We traveled through cold, dark forests where lean wolves roamed and white-tailed rabbits hid from our train as it thundered through the quiet wilderness. We climbed mountains so high it seemed as if we would scrape the moon. But the Polar Express never slowed down. Faster and faster we ran along, rolling over peaks and through valleys like a car on a roller coaster.
The mountains turned into hills, the hills to snow-covered plains. We crossed a barren desert of ice, the great polar ice cap. Whew! Lights appeared in the distance. They looked like lights of a strange ocean liner sailing on a frozen sea. There, said the conductor, it's the North Pole.
The North Pole, it was a huge city standing alone at the top of the world, filled with factories where every Christmas toy was made. At first, we saw no elves. They're gathering at the center of the city, the conductor told us. That is where Santa will give the first gift of Christmas. Who receives the first gift? We all asked. The conductor answered, he will choose one of you.
Look, shouted one of the children, the elves! We saw hundreds of elves. As our train drew closer to the center of the North Pole, we slewed to a crawl. So crowded were the streets with Santa's helpers. When the Polar Express could go no farther, we stopped and the conductor led us outside.
We pressed through the crowd to the edge of a large open circle. In front of us stood Santa's sleigh. The reindeer were excited. They pranced and paced, ringing the silver sleigh bells that hung from their harnesses. It was a magical sound, like nothing I'd ever heard. Across the circle, the elves moved apart, and Santa Claus appeared. The elves cheered wildly. He marched over to us and pointing to me said, "Let's have this fellow here." He jumped into his sleigh. The conductor handed me up. I sat on Santa's knee and he asked, "Now what would you like for Christmas?"
I knew that I could have any gift that I could imagine. But the thing I wanted most for Christmas was not inside Santa's giant bag. What I wanted more than anything was one silver bell from Santa's sleigh. When I asked, Santa smiled. Then he gave me a hug and told an elf to cut a bell from a reindeer's harness. The elf tossed it up to Santa. He stood holding the bell high above him and called out, "The first gift of Christmas!"
A clock struck midnight as the elves roared their approval. Santa handed the bell to me, and I put it in my bathrobe pocket. The conductor helped me down from the sleigh. Santa shouted out the reindeers' names and cracked his whip. His team charged forward and climbed into the air. Santa circled once above us, then disappeared in the cold, dark polar sky.
Is it Comet?
No. Is it Vixen? No.
Is it Prancer?
Then who is it?
As soon as we were back inside the Polar Express, the other children asked to see the bell. I reached into my pocket, but the only thing I felt was a hole. I had lost the silver bell from Santa's sleigh. "Let's hurry outside and look for it," one of the children said. But the train, it gave a sudden lurch and started moving. We were on our way home.
It broke my heart to lose the bell. When the train reached my house, I sadly left the other children. I stood in my doorway and waved goodbye. The conductor said something from the moving train, but I couldn't hear it. "What?" I yelled out. He cupped his hands around his mouth. "Merry Christmas," he shouted. Express let out a loud blast from its whistle and sped away.
On Christmas morning, my little sister Sarah and I opened our presents. When it looked as if everything had been unwrapped, Sarah found one last small box behind the tree, and it had my name on it. Inside was the silver bell. There was also a note. Found this on the seat of my sleigh. Fix that hole in your pocket. Signed, Mr. C. I shook the bell, and it made the most beautiful sound my sister and I had ever heard. But my mother said, "Oh, that's too bad." "Yes," said my father, "it's broken." When I'd shaken the bell, my parents had not heard a sound. At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell, but as years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. Though I've grown old, the bell still rings for me, as it does for all who truly believe. They were amazing. Part of the amazing piece of this that I don't know that you all know is the incredible work that your teachers and students put into it, but there's also someone that the kindergarten staff and students would like to particularly thank for helping us pull all this together, and that's Miss Lynn Bailey. So thank you, Miss Bailey, our music teacher. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We love you, Lynn. This would be a great time, too, if you would join me in just kind of saying thank you to your teachers and the TAs, who are nothing but simply amazing. TA here stands for Tot and Amazing. Yep, we're going to check curtains. The students are going to actually join you at the back, like that. So if you will give them a chance to get there so they won't be overwhelmed by so many people. And while they're lining up, I'll just say to you, from our family here to your family this holiday season, happy holidays, safe travels, and we'll see you in the new year.